To every single cold plunge owner out there, this might be the most valuable video that you ever watch and probably the most valuable video I ever make. So I have been getting questions for years now on how to clean your cold plunge. And if you follow my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, you've probably seen I've posted like 10 to 15 different videos all around keeping the water in your cold plunge clean. So I want to just recap real quick the simplest things that I do to keep my cold plunge clean. And then I'm going to tell you the secret to keeping it really clean if you've tried all these things and your water's still filmy and foamy and gross. So number one, use a hose filter when you're first filling up your cold plunge. They're on Amazon. They're called RV water filters. They're a hose filter. They're very cheap. You can use them multiple times. Get one of those and use that to fill up your cold plunge from the very beginning. Do it. That helps. It's great. Do that. Just practice that, okay? That's number one. Number two, make sure that you aren't overdoing it on chemicals. I know a lot of brands sell these little chemical kits that you can put in there. There's even kits on Amazon or chemicals on Amazon that you can put in there that are like coined for cold plunging. They're unnecessary, in my opinion. Most of them are unnecessary. I've gotten away with, as you know, I have a lot of cold plunges, including this one behind me, the Ice Barrel 500. For years, I have only used hydrogen peroxide. Now, I know I've made videos on different percentages. 3% hydrogen peroxide, use 1 cup at fill up, and then about every week, throw in like a capful or just a quick splash of it. It helps keep the water sanitary. That is all I've ever had to use inside my cold plunges. Now, if I want to take it a step further, I really love ozone. Ozone is powerful. It oxidizes things in the water. It keeps the water super clean and blue. And now I live here and I live on a well, and my well water is yellowish and kind of gross looking just from the start, no matter how many times it goes through a filter. The only thing that changes my water color is ozone. Ozone, when I use a lot of it, it actually can turn my water really, really blue and crystal clear looking, which is awesome. And I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of ozone. I'm a huge fan of hydrogen peroxide using 3%. That's it. That is all I put in my cold plunges. Other than that, get a skimmer, skim the cold plunge every once in a while, especially if you walk through grass to get into it and you don't rinse your feet off. You get in your cold plunge, you got grass, you got hair falling out of your head, you've got stuff on your body. That stuff can get skimmed out for the most part. And every month, maybe every 2 months, if you have a chiller, change your filter. Change your filter out. Once you start noticing the water flow coming out a little bit less or a little slower than you're used to, just change out your filter. I know it's annoying. I've experimented with the stainless steel filters that actually fit inside these, and they're great, but they don't filter out as much as the paper ones do. So there's like trade-off there. And I would encourage you just to use the paper filters. If you need resources, if you're like, what is all this stuff you're talking about? I do have a link to Amazon. It's just the stuff I've curated in a little cleaning kit that I use. So you can use that. The link will be down in the video description. And that's great. Now you're ready for the tip. You're ready for the trick. This is where it gets a little interesting here. And it's funny, a lot of you are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've ever gone to a pool or a resort or a community pool, they always say, please rinse off before entering. Why is that? Why do they want us to rinse off? As a kid, I would just be like, the pool is my shower. Like, isn't that what this pool is for? And if you're judging me, then you're a very small percentage of people who rinsed off before jumping in the pool. A majority of us didn't do that. A majority of us got dirty, played in the ocean, got salty, got sandy, and then we jumped in the pool. I hope I'm not outing myself only here, and other people are like, yep, that's me, that's my kids. That's also us. How many times do you actually rinse the product out of your hair, the deodorant off of your armpit, the sweat off of your body before jumping in your cold plunge? Think about how big a pool is and how much chlorine is in a pool. That chlorine is designed to kill off all the stuff that we have jumped in that pool with. And the reason our eyes burn and our skin burns and it's because of all the chlorine. They have to do that because we break the rules. Your cold plunge shouldn't be treated the same way. Your cold plunge should be treated actually exponentially more important because it's less body of water. It's less water in there. It's a smaller filter in there. It's a smaller pump. It's a smaller setup, and you're still getting in with the same funk. If you wear synthetic clothes that you worked out at the gym, you're gonna get funky water. If you have hair product, if you have longer hair and maybe you have some mousse or you have some gel or you have something in there and that gets in your water, you're gonna have funky water. If you wear deodorant, funky water. If you wear lotion, funky water. If you wear sunscreen, funky water. You get what I'm saying? I actually learned this at like a really crazy level. See over there, I have a hot tub. And my daughter had all of her 8th grade friends come over and do this big like hangout at our house. It was awesome. We had like 30 kids here. It was a little cooler. Everyone wanted to get in the hot tub, which is awesome. Everyone also wanted to get my cold plunges. 100% of my cold plunges on my property, which is a lot of them, I had to change the water out and I had to like scrub the sides because of all the stuff that came off of their bodies and out of their hair and got into my water. The hot tub still hasn't like cured from all of that. It's just like, it still gets a little foamy and stuff. Cold plunges I was able to clean out, which is great. But the whole moral to that story and the point to that story is when we get into our cold plunges and we aren't fresh, the cold plunge will capture all of that funk and it will just hold it. Unless you're putting crazy amounts of chemicals and chlorine in your water, unfortunately, there's really nothing else you can do. Your water's gonna get soapy. You're gonna have bubbles at the top. It's gonna look brown and funky. That's the one thing you have got to do. Please make a rule at your house for yourself, your kids, your spouse, your friends. Rinse off, get all the funk off of you before you get in your cold plunge. That will keep your water cleaner longer than anything else. All the other stuff I talked about at the beginning, that's the bare minimum. That's the basic maintenance. That is just keeping your water sanitary. If you wanna go over that, you can. If you wanna do extra stuff, that's up to you. And even for commercial settings, make it a habit. Don't let anyone get in your cold plunges until they've rinsed off. I've been to commercial settings and I've gotten in the sauna and I get out and there's a shower right there and people just walk right by the shower and get in a cold plunge. It's like, bro, why did you do that? Why are we allowing that? Like, we need to call each other out because nobody wants to get in there after you and get your funk, get your sweat, get your goo all over them, because that's what happens. The pumps and filters in this thing are great, but they're not good enough. We need like commercial swimming pools and that level of chlorine. Think about how small these things are, how much water is in there. There's 100 gallons in here maybe. Think about a pool and a hot tub, much bigger. And now we're seeing more people get in. Guys, please rinse off before you get in your cold plunge. Please rinse off, rinse your feet off, rinse your hair out. Any part of your body that's getting in that water, rinse it off. Be clean when you get in your water. It'll keep your water cleaner for longer. It'll keep it sanitary for longer, and it will prevent that funky buildup that you don't like. None of us like. Nobody wants that. And hey, if you need a cold plunge, I have links down in the video description to all the major brands that I've reviewed. I have reviews on my channel that you should absolutely check out if you haven't already. And this is Ice Barrel, the Ice Barrel 500 with the Ice Barrel Chiller. If you want Ice Barrel, I'll have a discount code down in the video description as well that will max out your savings on the Ice Barrel. Ice Barrel makes a really nice, affordable, super durable cold plunge, and their chiller is really freaking good. I've reviewed both. I have tons of content around Ice Barrel that helps you maintain it. I also have DIY content around taking the Ice Barrel products and DIYing your own chiller could save you some money. Check all that out or don't check any of it out. Hopefully this video helped you. Share it with a friend, like it, subscribe, ask a question if you have a direct question. This is how simple I keep it. I have probably more cold plunges than anybody on the planet, even more than most clinics and gyms and stuff on currently, and I keep all my water sanitary. I have people jumping in them all the time, including kids, and this is what I do. It's what works. So hopefully this helps you. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless.